Here is the question to ask yourself. Am I working on the right thing? Am I focused on the right project or product or strategy? This is a question that drains time and energy if you are unfocused a little bit, or like me, a lot of it unfocused. So over the past 2 years-ish, I have built out a really simple spreadsheet. It's 100% free, by the way. You can grab it at petemcpherson.com/sixfecta, S-I-X-fecta, the spreadsheet and a couple of AI prompts that really take this to the next level. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use this for more focus and more clarity. Am I working on the right thing in my business to go forward? That's what this helps you do. So there are 5 steps. Number 1, go to petemcpherson.com/sixfecta and get this. It's free. There's no sales pitch at the end of it. You just grab the templates. Step number 2, you list out all of your ideas. Step number 3, you rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 across 6 different factors. Sixfecta, 6 factors. And then step number 4, you assign a percentage weight to each factor based on how important it is to you right now, today. And then the last step is using a few AI prompts to toss this into your AI tool of choice and taking it to the next level. So let's drill down a little deeper. Oh, and by the way, you're getting a weighted average score for each of your ideas. Not just an average, but a weighted average. That's what these percentage weights do. And you can see it takes the averages of your ratings and then multiplies it by the percentage weights to see how important these different ratings are. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. Let's dive deeper. List out all of your ideas. These are not only new business ideas, completely different projects, but it could be new products you were thinking about working on in your own business, or just the things you could focus on. You're focusing on your YouTube channel, you focus on your podcast, you focus on Facebook ads, you focus on email list, whatever that is in your business. List them all out. All of them. List them out. Next up, rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's go over the 6 factors in the sixfecta here. Number 1, energy. How excited are you to work on this idea? How energetic are you feeling right now to do this versus this versus this? How important is that to you? I'm skipping ahead to the weights here. That's factor number 1. You can see that's my biggest factor, 34% out of 100, right? Is energy. That's what I care the most about right now in my own work. I don't care as much about long-term alignment. How much does this idea, this project, how much does it align with my brand overall? Or is it completely unrelated? And how much do I care about that? That's the weight. For me, I just don't care that much at the moment. I don't need a project to be aligned 100% with my life's vision, my overall purpose. I just don't care that much. That's why it has a low percentage weight. All right, I know I'm jumping around, but stay with me. Small money and big money. Whoops. Exactly what it sounds like. How likely is this idea to make me small amounts of money a month? I'm not going to define that. That's up to you. How much is a small amount, big amount, doesn't matter. How likely is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Let's see. This one has a 3, my drum tuning app. Probably not very likely to make any money at all. Definitely, this should have been like a 2, if I'm being honest here. Not a whole lot of chance for me to make big money from my drum tuning app. So I rated it a 2. And how much do I care about money right now? That's pretty high for me. Small money, big money. I don't need $1 million business right now. So big money is actually much smaller, but I still need to be stacking my income streams. And so, yeah, this is my second highest one, small money. It has to earn at least a little bit of money right here. And then again, the rating, 1 to 10, how likely is it to make small money? How likely is it to make big money? Now, last 2 here are a little bit trickier. Time commitment. So it speaks for itself. How much time am I going to have to spend on this? Is it like a 2-day project or is it a 2-month project or more? How much time do I need to spend on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? Just generally speaking, right? 1 to 10. Now here's the tricky part. 1 for me is I have to spend a ton of time and energy on this, right? I have let's see, this one is marked down as 3, my drum tuning app. It's not, I worked on this the other day and I knew this is not there yet. It's not done yet. I need to spend quite a bit more time, I think, in order to figure this out. Now, there are other apps like this one, Geek My Picks. I rated it as a 6 for time commitment because it's almost already done. I might make some updates to it, but on an ongoing basis, it's not gonna take a lot of my time. So I rated it a 6 on time commitment. It actually could have been more like a 7 because it's really just about done. Scale of 1 to 10, takes lots of time, takes very little time. And then again, the percentage weight. How important is that to you? It's pretty important to me. It's a medium important. And the last one, quick win. Sometimes you just need a quick win in business and in life. You're just down on your luck or you've had a rough streak. You need something that's gonna work, right? That's going to provide a return for your business. Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, this is probably not gonna be a quick win at all. Maybe it takes a long time, or maybe it's a very risky thing you're gonna do that probably won't pay off. Or a 10, I think this is gonna work. I have a good feeling about this. This is right in line with my audience. They're gonna pay me money for it. They're gonna opt into this thing, whatever it is. 10, high chance of getting a quick win. And then how much do you care about that? Assign it a weight. So I like to rate and then come and update these percentages. And I do update them. I do this sixfecta thing once every 2 or 3 months. Sometimes I care about a quick win, sometimes I don't, right? I'll update these. I usually start by deleting all of the ratings and going from scratch, by the way. I never just like update them, I always delete them. Because I don't want to look at what I had 3 months ago. I want to go from scratch. How am I feeling right now on these things? So once you have that, you can click this little button right here and sort Z to A. That sorts it from the highest weighted average all the way to the lowest. I'm not working on nerdypickleball.com right now because I just don't care about it. List Gadget, Mastermind AI, a few other apps I have, all really close right here. Stuff I could be focusing on, stuff I might want to focus on. But this isn't the last step. The last step in this process is to attach this, one way or another, to ChatGPT or Claude or whatever. Now, for me, I actually literally attached it. Let me see if I can pull this last one up. Here we go. Here's one I did the other day. For this latest one, I attached my project sixfecta and it can see all the data, right? I connected my Google Drive, but if you don't connect to Google Drive, you can probably just copy and paste this stuff in. I recommend copying and pasting this one in and then do this one like a little separate. You might have to explain a little bit about how this works, which is why I have this. Here's a prompt right here. I have a spreadsheet called the sixfecta where I blah, blah, blah. I'm basically explaining what the spreadsheet is, first of all. Now, this part I can't give you, but you should add a little bit more context to ChatGPT based on stuff that isn't shown in the document, right? For me yesterday, it was kind of some recent realizations I had about the projects I was working on. I said I also recently published my first mobile app. It took less than a week and it was actually really fun, right? Similar mobile apps have a draw for me right now. I said that. And then I gave it a little bit of information of what it told me the last time I did this. You don't have to do that, but I found it helpful. And then I just say, let's begin. No specific question, but let's begin. Act as my friend, therapist, coach, and mentor. I'm feeling a bit lost. And it's going to analyze your data, your sixfecta, any other notes you gave it right here, and it's gonna help you out. One other really cool thing, even if you are not into the Enneagram, where you get, the numbers 1 through 8, 1 through 9, I don't even know. I'm not an Enneagram expert, but I do find it helpful to learn more about myself and what I should be doing in my work. So I love this prompt right here. I used it yesterday for the first time and it was just actually really valuable. I know this is really random, but if you had to guess my Enneagram number, what would you guess and why? I thought I was an Enneagram 3, and I've taken the test like twice, I think, over the years. Got a 3, or I think I got a 4 one time, and it told me something completely different. 7, by the way. I don't know anything about 7, but it told me this, and I was like, okay, explain why. And it kind of broke this out, why type 7 fits you so well, and it goes through all this stuff, I eventually copied and pasted some of the more useful insights it gave me right here and put them in a separate Google Doc. Not this one, this is the template for you. And I actually printed it out. You can't see this right now, but I have this. I wanted to print it out and have a physical copy around me so I can remember this is who I am, this is how I work, this is how I need to be choosing what I focus on. It was very helpful, and that's it. So PeteMcPherson.com/sixfecta, drop me a comment with your favorite emoji that describes this video. If this video was summed up in one emoji, what would it be? Drop me a comment, YouTube audience. I love you guys. Subscribe, like the video, yada, yada. Really just drop me a comment. I just want to hear from you. Is this useful or not? Let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.